The life of an athlete can be fast and furious. They typically start young and quickly prove themselves at a national, and even international, level. While sometimes this leads to fame and an impressive career, unfortunately not all athletes make it that far. Through this slide we are going to discover other sports stars who died too young. Boxer Patrick Day passed away on October 16, 2019, aged 27, days after a fight with fellow American Charles Conwell in Chicago. He died as a result of his head injuries, this after falling into a coma. On July 24, 2019, days after his fight with Puerto Rico's Subriel Matias, Russian boxer Maxim Dadashev passed away in a U.S. hospital from sustained injuries. He was just 28 years old. This college basketball star collapsed and died during a game in 1990. The 23-year-old played against legends like Shaquille O'Neal, but never made it to the NBA. The thrilling Brazilian racer was a world champion of Formula One, but died at the age of 34 in an explosive crash at the 1994 San Marino Grand Prix. Ferrer was a heroic Hungarian striker, who played for Portuguese clubs Porto and Benfica. During a game with Benfica, he suffered a cardiac arrest, and died in the hospital at age 24. The world of football was shocked with the passing of Emiliano Sala, who died in a plane crash in January. He was 28 years old. Aaron Hernandez had a revered NFL career, which ended after he was convicted of murder. He was acquitted of a connected double homicide, but committed suicide in his cell at the age of 27. The 22-year-old Dominican-Canadian was primed to be a star with the St. Louis Cardinals. However, El Fenomeno and his girlfriend were both killed in a car crash. The Croatian basketballer played for Portland, Real Madrid, and the New Jersey Nets. He died in a car accident in Germany, aged 28. Sanders was a U.S. Olympic champion of boxing. His last fight was against Willie James, who beat the boxer beyond repair. He was stretchered out of the ring, and pronounced dead at a hospital aged 24. This NFL star started 14 games for the Denver Broncos in 2006. However, Williams was gunned down in a drive-by shooting during a 2007 New Year's Eve celebration. He was 24. This Oregon-born Olympic runner died in a car accident when he was 24. During the 1994 World Cup, the Colombian central defender accidentally scored an own goal in a 2-1 loss against the U.S. The country turned on the player, who was murdered at age 27. Many have made connections between his mistake and his murder. Fernandez was an exciting star with the Miami Marlins, but died in a boating accident when was 24, 5 days after announcing that his girlfriend was pregnant with their child. Lazaro's day job was doing carpentry in Lisbon, and he also represented Portugal as an Olympic marathon runner. He died from dehydration aged 21, during an Olympic marathon before which he reportedly said, "Either I win or I die." Nick Adenhart had a great start with the Los Angeles Angels. However, he was killed at age 22 in a car crash not far from the Angels Stadium. Despite his short career, Salvador Sanchez is still seen as one of boxing's greatest featherweight fighters. He died at age 23 in a car accident. Puerta was a star player for Seville, winning 5 titles with his only club. He collapsed during a La Liga match in 2007, and was later pronounced dead at the hospital. The Brazilian attacking midfielder died at 26, after suffering a cardiac arrest following a game with an amateur club. Tillman got his start with the Arizona Cardinals in the NFL. However, he joined the military after 9/11, and was killed in a friendly fire accident aged 27. Otherwise known as Chucho, this Ecuadorian striker played around the world, before dying of cardiac arrest complications at the age of 27. This Austrian midfielder played for many clubs in his country, and was contracted to play for German club SV Schalding Heining. However, he passed away at the age of 23. Sean Taylor was a star on the rise with the Washington Redskins. However, he was fatally shot in the leg during a robbery attempt at his home. He died aged 24 at the hospital. During the 60s and 70s, Curry played midfield for Italian clubs like Como, Perugia, and Giulianova. However, he died suddenly, aged 24, during a game against Juventus in 1977.